In this video, I will be rating your roller coasters in Theme Park Tycoon 2. And some of these roller coasters later in this video are insane. So let's get straight into this. With the first one being from Triggerman, he says it's a multi-lounge. So let me get the ID. It's a big roller coaster with a lot going on. All right, it's made on mobile, so I am very curious. Ooh, here we go. That's a big roller coaster. There we go. Now we have to wait about 10 years before the supports load in. There it goes. All right, let's put the coaster on testing and we'll have a look at the POV, which this is going to take a while. All right, here we are at the top of this very purple. Oh my god, that was... Oh god. What are we doing? That was a very cool drop actually with like a roll. I have to say after that, it does start to do some weird stuff. I'm not really sure what like to think of it. I thought that when I looked from like a distance, it looked like the track was going normal, but it's like a triangle. This is weird. I'm not really sure what the coaster is doing. We are just basically banking everything but the correct way. Oh, that's fine so far, but then the whole looping is like, hey, can you even call this a looping? I'm not entirely sure. All right, wait, why is there a piece of track green? What is this? What is happening? All right, and into the brakes, and then the brakes are normal on this turn. What did I just do? Like, you would guess this is the top of the roller coaster. Like, it's not. It's like the side. This is so weird. I'm not entirely sure what happened with this roller coaster. I'm also not entirely sure what to give this as a rating. Yeah. What do I even give something like this? I'm not entirely sure. I will just give this a half a star rating. I am pretty sure he will be dead after the first drop, so we'll give him half a star for the effort, or on the phone, I guess. All right, on to the next roller coaster, which has been made by Jason. It's actually another multi-lounge, so I am very curious. It's 177,000, so that's actually quite expensive. But here we go. All right, that's actually not too big of a roller coaster, but it looks pretty cool actually. There we go. I definitely feel like this coaster is normally in the ground. I don't have that. How am I going to get to the station? There we go. All right, well, we'll have to wait for the supports again. But once we're loaded in, let's have a look at the POV. So we are actually starting off with a massive drop into the first lounge. I already feel like we have enough speed to make it half up the hill without even lounging. That's kind of crazy. He is using a lot of the different track types, like with the flat track. Now we have like with the round tube, and I think actually in a little bit we'll have the triangles. But I already saw these inversions. I'm not sure if they're made with pivot offset, but they are pretty good. They're not perfect. You can definitely tell some of the transitions between the pieces, but definitely good enough. Now we have, we had a little bit of a different track there, and now we have gone back again to the triangle. I'm not really sure what's happening, and now we're back to flat. It's a very strange coaster layout, this. It doesn't make much sense. To be fair, it does work. I'm just not really sure why there is sometimes different track options between the layout. It's a nice, I want to say small layout, but it's big, but it doesn't do that much. You know what? I'm going to give this a 2-star rating. I think it's fair for what he did with it. All right, we've gotten some weird coasters so far in this video, so let's go to the next roller coaster, which is made by Skittle. It's a single reel roller coaster. He says it's smooth, so I guess we will see if he actually made a smooth roller coaster. It's definitely taking very long to load in. Oh, okay. There we go. I'm not sure why that took so long, but we have some trees. All right. There's not much, but I do have to say it does indeed look pretty smooth. I think this is the station, yeah. So let's put this on testing and let's go out of the station. Here we go, straight out of. We're actually getting launched out of the station. You don't see that often actually. Into this very big upside down top hat. You also don't see that often. Alright, let's have a look if this coaster is actually smooth. There was a little bit of a bump, but for the rest I do have to say, yes, this roller coaster is indeed pretty smooth. I do have to say the layout is maybe a little bit strange for a single wheel. Like, you don't really see them like this often in real life. So let's have a look if this inversion or whatever, this is like a stall, but also like something else. That felt very weird. Then we go in our third lounge actually. We have a double up. Oh, what are we doing? Oh god. There was no hard lining in that inversion. into another top hat, and then I think the last turn into the brakes. All right, that was again a strange roller coaster. I'm not sure what's happening in this video, but yeah, what am I even supposed to say of this? There's some pretty good stuff, like this inversion is actually really good, but then there's another inversion I think kinda weird, as you can see. I do think it's better than the last one, so let's give this a 2.5 star rating. I prefer this one just a tad over the last one. All right, I guess on to the next roller coaster, which has been built by Wooching II. It's a wooden coaster, and he basically says it's a very large ride and shouldn't be used in an actual theme park. It's just more to be used as a statement saying, my ride is bigger than yours. What do you mean with that? How big is this going to be? Oh god. No, yeah, this is big. It barely fits on. It's actually laggy trying to place this. Okay, now I can see why you don't want this in your actual theme park. Support for this are going to take so long to load in. I already placed it. Oh, there we go. I will see you guys in like 5 minutes when the supports have loaded in. That's something you actually never see in the video. Sometimes I have to wait like 6-7 minutes before I can actually like do the ride because the supports are not loading in. All right, there we go. Finally, let's put it on testing, and ooh, these turns actually look really cool. There seems to be like a little actual section before we go to the chain lift. Yeah, this is indeed a very big roller coaster. If we have something like this before we actually go to the chain lift, and oh my god, this is actually like quite big. Like, we're not going through this with the highest speed, and not sure how exciting it is to do such a big thing, but I guess it's something. Although we start to go through this very slow here, but oh, that chain lift is so high. Please be quick, please be quick, please be quick. Yes, it's quick actually. Thank you guys for increasing the ride operations with the chain lift, so I don't have to wait about 5 minutes before I'm at the top, which we actually already are here. That's amazing. That will increase the rating. All right, here we are into a very big wooden roller coaster. With our first drop, yeah, the G-forces probably at the bottom are quite intense. Are we making this hill? Well, yeah, of course we're making this hill. Otherwise, I don't think the coaster would make it. Here we go. It's actually also very smooth. Like, it might be big, but it's also surprisingly smooth, which is sometimes difficult actually for wooden coasters in this game. We have a nice airtime hill. After this, we're actually getting like a very small airtime hill. Like here, you're going to definitely get yeeted out of your seat. Then we go all the way up. Here we are. Now, it is a lot of airtime hills. This definitely feels like an intimate prefab, something like El Toro or Colossus. They are actually like a lot of fun, I have to say. Then it just seems like we have a very big helix, and we're actually going on the inside of the helix. We actually have lost quite some speed. Like, we started up like very tall, but basically we're not really going that fast anymore. Although we do actually make this airtime hill. And after this, it's mainly just like, yeah, some S-bends. This is definitely like inspired by El Toro. You can definitely see what it's doing. But then I think we're actually going to go into the brake. And even after the brakes, we still have a little bit of layout, but I guess we'll do that in the background. Now, this is an amazing roller coaster. I could actually see this being built in a theme park. Maybe even it is an actual layout. I do love the train colors, how it goes from red to, I guess, kinda yellow. It's very smooth. There's nothing bad with it, actually. I like the layout. The only thing I would say is maybe the start is maybe a bit slow, but I don't care too much. So I think this is going to be our first 5-star roller coaster of this video. Awesome roller coaster. I really like it. Alright guys, on to the last roller coaster of this video, which has been made by Victory Bell. It's a multi-lounge, or basically saying a Conda-style Intamin mega coaster. That sounds actually amazing. I am so excited to do this. Although there is no result. Please say your word. Sadly, this ID doesn't work, so we're going to go to the next one. If you submit your coaster, guys, make sure the coaster is public. And it stays public since I am now doing roller coasters that people submitted in August. I am like 300 roller coasters behind. You guys submitted too many roller coasters. You guys are insane. Thank you. But that does mean the next roller coaster is going to be from CPC. It's actually a dive coaster. It's a standard, smooth, modern dive coaster layout. Now that also sounds amazing, and no way, again, no result. You guys are trolling me. Nope, could not load this ID. Well, basically what I just said again. Next one is from Commando 12. I swear, if this one also doesn't work, I am going to cry. Oh, no, it's here, it's here. He didn't really give any information with it, but it's looking interesting. The color scheme is quite banana, or minion. I am seeing some things in this roller coaster again, guys. Oh god, this is an interesting roller roller coasters this video. Let's just put on testing. I don't want to wait anymore for support. So they will load in whenever we are doing the roller coaster. Alright, we start off with quite a sharp turn into our first lounge. And by the looks of things, this is definitely not going to be our last lounge. That's an interesting inversion and, well, turn afterwards. Alright, then we go all the way up, and then I think this is another lounge, but we're doing a lounge downward. You don't see that often. Then we just have a nice relaxing turn at the top of this top hat. That was strange. Oh god. Oh, we are doing outer bank turns. Here we go in the looping. I actually thought we were coming from the other side, and then just an unbanked turn. Oh my god, and some airtime. Are we making that? Yes, we are. Oh god. Oh, and we have another helix with no turning, overbank turning. And then he found what he needed to do. Then we have some random brakes. Then we have some more brakes. We actually stop here. Did he? No way he used holding brakes. Oh god, he actually used holding brakes. I've never seen airtime double down holding brake. That's definitely something new. Yeah, again, I don't know what I'm supposed to give this, guys. I'm going to give this a 1-star rating. It's a little bit better than the first one we had. So I guess 1 star is fair enough. We had some very strange roller coasters this video, but we still had a 5-star wooden roller coaster, which was actually really cool. But that is the end of this video. In case you enjoyed this, yeah, let me know down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe on my channel. And then, guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.